Coolest track-bred legends for collectors in 2023. You don't have to be an avid motorsport fan or an F1 connoisseur to appreciate these sought-after, track-inspired future investments. In 2023, car collectors have more options than ever before to choose from. Although buying depreciated dream cars that cost less than $60,000 may sound tempting, there are other more expensive auto investment options available that will make you a fortune in the long run. If you're not after something like the rare $150,000 2023 Dodge Challenger Black Ghost, but rather want something even more exclusive, we have exactly what you're looking for. When carmakers enter championship races, more often than not they have to build homologation versions, also known as limited edition road legal examples, of their race cars to qualify. In turn, these cars become very rare, very valuable, and motivate other carmakers to meet these homologated cars' performance levels. At the end of the day, this is what causes so many road-legal track-oriented supercars to exist. These are the best track-oriented sports cars for car collectors with an unlimited budget. 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe, W196. Known as the most expensive car in the world, the €135 million, $143 million, Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe is a car collector's ultimate dream. With only 2 coupe models in existence, chances of finding another one up for auction are slim. Although topless examples of the 300 SLR exist, many other gorgeous vintage convertibles are still cheap, so you'd have a better chance of finding them for sale. Apart from its objectively stunning design, the 1955 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe packed a serious punch too. Underneath its sculpted hood hid a naturally aspirated inline-8 engine that generated 306 horsepower and 234 lb-ft. This was enough to propel the 300 SLR Uhlenhaut from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 7 seconds. For a car from the mid-50s, those figures are seriously impressive. 1966 Ford GT40 MKII. Often regarded as the most important car in racing history, the 1966 Ford GT40 MKII is a borderline supercar that proves even the impossible is true. After growing tired of Ferrari's dominance in the 24 Hours of Le Mans race, Ford beat Ferrari by securing all 3 podium positions in the 1966 24 Hours of Le Mans. Built by Carroll Shelby, Phil Remington, and Henry Ford II, the Ford GTO proved to be one of the greatest cars of all time. The 1966 Ford GT40 MKII featured a massive naturally aspirated 7.0-liter V8 that churned out 458 and 475 lb-ft of torque. On the track, this allowed the GT40 to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 5 seconds and hit a top speed of just under 200 miles per hour. 1972 BMW 3.0 CSL E9. Nicknamed the Batmobile when equipped with the aerodynamic kit, the 3.0 CSL is one of the coolest cars BMW ever built. With only 110 models fitted with the aero kit from the factory, these examples are extremely underrated sports cars that could soon be worth a fortune. Not only did the 3.0 CSL look like a track weapon, but the 1972 model featured an adequately powerful 3.0-liter straight-six that emitted 197 horsepower and 201 lb-ft of torque, making it fly like a bat out of hell on the track too. The 3.0 CSL is such a cultural icon that BMW still puts the CSL badge on their track-ready adaptations to this day, such as the E46 M3 CSL and G82 M4 CSL. 1994 Nissan Skyline GT-R V-Spec 2, R32. Although many people refer to the latest generation Nissan GT-R as Godzilla, the R32 Skyline GT-R was the car that earned the nickname first. It did so by outperforming nearly every car in its class due to its conservatively rated 276 horsepower twin-turbo 2.6-liter inline-six called the RB26 DETT. Furthermore, the V-Spec 2 version of the R32 Skyline GT-R received goodies such as wider tires, upgraded brakes, and an improved Atessa all-wheel drive system, rendering it one of the best all-wheel drive cars ever made. While there are many used Japanese sports cars nobody is buying, the R32 Skyline GT-R is not one of them. Due to its success on the racetrack and lead role in the Too Fast, Too Furious, demand surrounding the R32 Skyline GT-R will forever increase. Unfortunately, Only 1,306 or 32 Skyline GTR V-Spec 2 models exist, making them tough to come by. 1995 McLaren F1 LM. Back in the 90s, the McLaren F1 was one of the fastest cars in the world, and the track-only version thereof, dubbed the McLaren F1 GTR, was one of the best Le Mans at the time, securing an overall win in the 1995 24 Hours of Le Mans. To honor the 5 McLaren F1 GTRs that competed, McLaren built 5 road-legal examples of the GTR and called them the McLaren F1 LM. Apart from one of the most legendary engines found in a classic car, a 680 horsepower naturally aspirated 6.1-liter V12, the 1995 McLaren F1 LM went on a diet and lost many of its creature comforts such as air conditioning and no sound insulation. Furthermore, its aerodynamics also received an overhaul.